beautiful people, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Miss Linda, and with me I have Dr. Onala. So we'll be going through the activities that you can do to improve children who have learning difficulties. So Dr. Onala is going to share with us varieties of activities that a teacher, a parent, a caregiver can try and help children who have difficulties, learning difficulties. So I will invite Dr. Onala to take us through.
Thank you so much. So in early years, most of the activities that we are looking into to help children get into the system are usually play-based activities.
Yes, yes.
Because through play we stimulate development or cognitive development of the child. And if we stimulate cognitive development of the child, then the child will be able to start learning.
Yes,
but the interventions for learning difficulties vary as the children keep growing.
And now as we start this video, Dr. Onala, I want you to do more of emphasis on play therapy.
Right.
Because nowadays parents would rather give their children a phone. Yeah, and I want you to make it so clear to parents the importance of play. I know you're taking us through the early intervention years or the early years on how you can intervene for learning difficulties, but please, as you take us through, do more emphasis to parents who are watching, to teachers who are watching, to understand the also need of engaging or bringing the play therapy in activities that they do in school and activities, and even when the parents come back to the home, the play they can do with their children that can improve.
Right.
Yeah,
thank you. I met a client yesterday, and then I asked, does the child get time to play? Then she said, yes, I bought him a very nice tablet. And so since I don't have a house help, so I do let him play with the tablet so that he doesn't disturb me.
I don't know who told parents that tablets and phones are used to play. I don't know who told them that.
Yeah. And now there's no social engagement at home.
There isn't.
And you'll find a child busy on the tablet and the parents are working online. So there's no social interaction.
And it's really, as a speech therapist, it really makes me very sad.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. So what we need to do in early years is to stimulate general development, stimulate cognitive skills.
Yes.
So for example, can the child be able to engage in social conversation?
Yeah.
So can the child listen keenly and be able to understand the sounds that it's listening to?
Yes.
So for example, if I have something like a bee, so I have bumblebee.
Yeah.
So if you went to the rural school where I went to, you'd know bumblebee.
Yeah.
So my bumblebee is buzzing. Yes. Can the child hear that sound? So which sound is bumblebee making?
Yes.
Does the child understand that bumblebee starts with B? B.
Yes.
So will the child be able to identify the sound? Can the child listen keenly? So engaging the child in play
and
activities.
Even imitate.
Yes, and imitate that. And improve on articulation.
Yes.
Because learning in early years requires the child to be able to use language.
Yes, and imitate what they
imitate
hear.
that.
Yeah.
And be able to attend to it and engage in those activities. So you need to have different play activities for children to develop their language skills, develop their awareness of sound. Because it's also possible for the child to have language, but not really aware of the sound. That is phonological skills.
Yes.
So will the child be able to detect the sounds so that when you eventually start teaching sounds, if you say apple or arrow, depending on where you come from, then the child can understand that. So the basic part of learning. So start at that basic level.
Yes.
So using different activities, you can use toys, you can use puppets, you can have a ball, engage the child in play.
Yes.
So that the child can engage in things that the child really understands.
And these things the parent and the teachers can get them.
You can get them, you can make them.
Yeah.
And also, you asked about motor skills.
Yes.
So,
motor coordination.
In early years, I can use something like
plasticine.
Plasticine or clay. And then make different things.
Yes.
So when we are doing this, improving the fine motor skills.
Yes.
And you're also improving concentration. the child will have to concentrate. So if I tell the child, I want you to make a ball, then the child must concentrate on that and be able to make something.
And they're able also to handle mental efforts.
Yes.
You know, there's like the brain is able to keep, you know, to be active.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. So make different things. Make a pot, make a cup, make a ball, make a snake, make a car.
We make some fruits.
Yeah. And for children with dyslexia, there's also clay therapy.
Oh, for dyslexic children?
Yes, clay therapy. So I want
clay
you to make,
is,
playing with clay and making different things with clay.
Is
so
it
for
sounds?
example, you can even make sounds. Now I've made R.
Yes.
So it's round, up, down.
Yes.
So it's less likely that the child will forget that R because he made it with his
own hands.
Yeah. And so sometimes the
And of course, the parent have to be very patient, or the teacher has to be very patient, or the therapist and the child has to be very patient.
Yeah, and
because you have to show them how to make it until they make it right.
Yeah.
When they make it right, it means now it will take time for them to forget. Actually, it goes to the long-term memory.
Yeah. And like this clay is sticky.
Yes.
That stickiness is sensory. It improves tactile sensitivity in the child. So when the child is doing this, then you're improving quite a number of skills. There's concentration, there's language skills, quite a number of activities that the child will be able to learn using that.
Clay.
Yeah, very simple. And then we talked of cognitive skills.
Yes.
So I've had children who will not be able to arrange these kind of things.
Yes.
So if I have this, then I tell the child, let's stack it up.
Yes.
And then the child takes that, and then the child goes like that. So it's wrong. So we covered that.
Yes.
But I want this child to be able to build it.
To build it into with the shape.
Yeah, with the shape.
The size.
The size. Yeah.
Yes.
So it goes like that.
That means a lot.
So
it's a bit of
cognitive. The child has to really think.
Problem solve. You have to solve these issues.
Yes.
And know which size has to fit with which.
And there's math in it.
Yes.
Because you see, this one is big.
And as a speech therapist, I can also see the color in it.
Yes, you can talk about the color. There's so many things that
sound in them.
Yeah. And if I have like 2 or 3 children playing together, you can do taking turn taking.
Yes.
So it's my turn, I did that. Now it's your turn. Then.
So rather than give you a 6, 4, and 2 years old tablet and phone, Cocomelon every single day of their life. Get these things.
Gets very
and
simple.
Let them play, 3 of them, let them play together.
Yeah, and so you'll be there to direct. Make sure that there's a lot of language involved.
Yes.
So we're talking of language-rich environment.
There's also a lot of social skills.
Yes, social skills.
Time.
Yeah, all the skills. And then if we have things like, let's say construction. So if you look at something like this, I'll be able to teach geometry, I'll be able to teach counting, I'll be able to teach language skills, quite a number of colors. So I want to make a house and maybe have something like that. And then I have a roof. I have a house. Then I'll tell a child, do you think you can make a house like mine? So we are talking with the child. So the child has to look at, maybe the child gets something like that and puts it down. And then want to try. No, it can't. So the child is learning cognitively.
So they are trying to reason now which one has to fit down and which one has to come on top.
Yes. And so they'll make different things. So I can make something and then I say, I want you to make something like that. Is it a diamond? Is it a square? Or what is it?
It's a triangle.
Yeah. So then the child will look and say, I think I can make it, or help me to do it. Or the child, because it's quite cognitive, so you have to be able to look and make different things. So I can say, I want to make a gate. So you've seen the school gate, it looks like that. So I have to look at it and say, wow. So something like that. So a lot of creativity.
Yes. And these are some of activities that can really improve children learning.
Yes, very simple activities. And children enjoy this. You see, with this, you'll be able to make so many things. So come up with different shapes, make a house, make a car. make a person, make anything using
Yes,
these things.
yes.
And when they're doing that, they are learning a lot of skills.
And it is also challenging them. Those areas
Yes.
that were challenging, even dyslexic children, I know these are so
Yeah,
helpful.
and this will also help you to know if the child is very creative. I meet children with dyslexia who are extremely creative.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you get to know that by exposing them to different activities.
Yeah.
And even children with autism, a few days ago I was doing an assessment for a boy with autism. And
How old?
About 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah, he had been referred by his school. Actually, about 4.5, he's not yet turned 5.
Yes.
And so when we are working on these things, then I realized that every time I created something, he would make something better than what I made. So for example, I made a car, then he made a train. Yeah. Then I said, oh, this guy is very creative. Then after working with him for some time, he told me, can we go out, please? Then I said, yes, let's go out. So to have a short break. So when we went out, then I said, let's run a little bit, because he's also quite hyper. So when we are running, he was almost faster than me at that age.
Yes.
Then I said, oh, this guy can be an athlete. No, we Kenyans are athletes, no. But this one is an exceptional.
Yes.
So when I was talking to his father, I told his father, I think your son is very creative.
Yes.
And we need to develop his creativity further.
Yes, yeah.
And then the dad told me, do you know my son at this age usually do 6 kilometers. So he'll go 3 kilometers and come back 3 kilometers. But what has really helped these boys that they do a lot of these fine motor activities, gross motor activities. He jumps on the trampoline, he goes running with his father in the morning.
Yes.
And they started that because of hyperactivity. And this is helping him to be able to focus in the classroom. So in the morning, before he goes to school,
he has to run 3 kilometers.
3 kilometers with his dad
and go back.
Come
that
back.
Is like 6 kilometers.
6 kilometers. He's 4.5. So when he goes to school and he's on strict diet, gluten-free
and gluten-free
and casein-free,
and no sugary.
No sugar.
Yes.
And so he eats very healthy food in the morning. And that's another thing that parents need to understand.
Yeah.
That there's also link between the gut and the brain. So if you feed your child on junk, that's what the child is going to exhibit. A lot of sugar, the child is going to be quite hyper, not focusing in the classroom. I've had cases, I'll give you a typical example from my practice, what I've seen.
Yes.
I met this lovely boy who would eat lunch. Like the day I was doing his assessment, the school served, there was chips, chicken, and there was ice cream.
Yes.
There was some vegetable.
Chips, chicken, and ice cream.
Yeah,
and
there was some vegetable, but he doesn't like vegetable.
Yeah.
Then after taking that, he had carried a bottle of Coke.
Yes.
1 liter of Coke.
Yeah.
So after his lunch, he had taken 2 cups of ice cream.
Yeah.
And then he took 1 liter of Coke.
Oh, gosh.
That was lunch.
I'm trying to assume I'm a teacher in that class.
So you can imagine in the afternoon, he couldn't sit still. He caused havoc in the classroom. So nobody could really focus. So parents need to be wary of what their children eat. Give your child a healthy diet. And then when it comes to other activities, parents are aware of these kind of things.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
The
but
blocks.
do you know this is what most parents and teachers do with children?
They say they have known, they know these blocks.
Yeah,
you know,
and
they say it's obvious.
this is what they do.
Yes, because it's obvious.
Yeah, it's obvious.
Yes.
That's wrong.
Yeah.
Because
so it's wrong?
Yeah, this lateral thinking, no creativity in what I've done, isn't it?
Yes.
So, but suppose I told the child, let's make something, or let's make an aeroplane.
Yes.
Out of this, and then I say, we are making an aeroplane. Can you see?
So the parent will be like, no, Linda, these blocks, you have so many of them in the house.
Yeah,
but it's rational thinking. They're not like creative.
They're not creative.
Okay.
So don't let your child just build that thing going up and up and up and no creativity.
They keep on telling them strong tower, so they have to like
make different things. You can make a car, make a house, make a tower, make a castle, make different things. Or let's make a train, for example. So I have that bit, and then maybe I have that, and then I'm going to have that bit, and then maybe join it on the other side. So if I have that, and then I go and join it somewhere, and then I say I've made something, so I can pull it and say that's more creative than just
and now
going
for
up.
speech and language, you can say let's move. It's
Yes,
moving
we move,
faster.
so it's language rich.
You know, yes, yes.
Yeah, so a lot of language coming up. And you can teach so many things. You can teach maths, you can count the wheels on that.
Yes.
You can talk about the shapes, you can talk about the
Yes.
color. You can, there's a lot you can learn from that.
From that. And
Yeah.
the other one?
So still the same. You
Oh,
can do
the
turn
same.
taking
Oh,
with the
okay.
child. So
Okay.
my turn, your turn. I
Your
push
turn,
it,
yeah.
it's your turn.
Yes.
And then
And also transitioning. It helps them to understand.
transition.
Yes.
Yes.
You can move from this activity and go to
Yeah.
the next one.
And you can use also this one to reward children if the child has been good.
Yes.
So the child, you tell the child, if you sit still for the next 3 minutes, you'll get 2 minutes to play with your favorite toy.
Yeah.
So the child tries to really focus for 3 minutes or even 5 minutes, then say, wow, finished my work. So you've been such a good boy. You have 2 minutes to play with your toy.
Rather than 2 minutes to watch Cocomelon.
Yes.
El cartoon.
And then you can say, next time I want you to work for 5 minutes, then you have 2 minutes. And I keep increasing the time. So it will reach a time when I say, now today you have to work for 30 minutes. And then you'll be able to play with the toy.
The toys.
Yeah.
Wow, wow, wow. This is so good. Thank you for taking us through some of activities that children who are below 4 years or 4 years, they can do that can help them improve their learning.
Right.
Yes, and this brings us to the end of this video. Thank you so much, Dr. Onara, for agreeing, for accepting to come and take us through this conversation about learning development of children. Thank you so much. And I know the viewers appreciate, personally,
Sure.
you know, Linda
You are most
appreciates.
welcome.
Yes,
You are
and I
most
know
welcome.
also the viewers appreciate. I'm
Right.
looking forward to doing more and more videos with you. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for being with me. See you on the next video. Bye-bye.